Let us discuss a concept. Let us say there is a magnetic field and inside this we rotate a rod. There is a rod of length L. It is rotated with angular speed omega. This intensity of magnetic field is B, and we want to find out what is the motional EMF that is induced. So this can be done by using our Faraday's law. So in Faraday's law, what we do? We find E is equal to d phi by dt. Okay. So d phi by dt means, because the field is constant here, it is d dA by dt. Now whenever anything is rotating in a circle with an angular speed omega, you need to understand that it has a linear velocity and it has a angular velocity. Now let us say after some time t, from here to here it got displaced, making an angle theta. So since this is rotating in the form of a circle, we would be interested in finding out this area. So what will be this area means? See, when it rotates 2 pi radians, the area is, I am assuming this length as the radius of the circle, so it will be pi r square. So when it subtends theta, what will be the area covered? Area covered will be how much? This area will be equal to theta into pi l square by 2 pi. So it is theta l square by 2. So this is the area. So our flux will be equal to, multiply this with b, it will be b l square theta by 2. So d phi by dt will be, this whole thing is a constant, b l square by 2 into d theta by dt, or it is b l square by 2 into omega. This is what is our d phi by dt, and this gives me the induced EMF. So the induced EMF can be found out by this formula, b l square by 2 into omega. Okay, and here we have applied Faraday's law to calculate the induced EMF. If you want to know the direction of current, means here you can apply right hand rule. So if you apply right hand rule, you can see here this finger, if it is pointing towards that magnetic field, this middle finger will be pointing towards the current. Alright, so the current induced will be in this direction in this case, and this point will be of higher potential and this point will be of low, because current is flowing in this direction. This point will be higher potential and this point will be lower potential. The same thing can be derived applying the concept of motional EMF. This we have done using the Faraday's principle. Now if I want to use the concept of motional EMF, let us see. This rod is there of total length L, so it is like this. Okay, total length L. So we will take a small strip dx located at x distance from the center. Now this is rotating like this in the circle. So when it is rotating like this, so basically our formula was E is equal to BLB, right? So for the small strip, small element, I will get D is equal to B, length I need to take x, okay, and this is V is equal to R omega, right? So here different points will have different velocities, linear velocities. However, it will have a constant omega. Okay, so here we are taking this v, we are calculating for the small element dx, so it will be omega dx. Okay, so you can assume that if I add all these elements, if I add all these small elements, will I not get for the whole rod? What is this DE? DE means you have a small battery having a DE EMF. So it is like all the batteries in series. So to get the total EMF, we need to integrate. So if you integrate, you get the total E. So here B is constant, omega is constant. Take it out. So it is integration x dx from length 0 to L. So this will be equal to b omega x square by 2 from 0 to L, or this is b L square omega by 2. This is what we have derived earlier also. Using two concepts we have done this. Main thing is this formula. So you need to remember this formula to calculate the induced EMF in the rod, which is rotating in a uniform magnetic field.